don't know about this timeline. It is a hump on the road, literally a hump. It's literally Wednesday. Well, yeah, literally a hump day, Wednesday. And Wednesday stands for Olden Day. Hopefully, y'all can see me okay. Hopefully, y'all can hear me okay. Let me know if the sound quality is good because I have to use my phone today. Um, I was trying to record before, but it was messing up. Let's see. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I was trying to. Okay, y'all can hear me. Record. Alright. It sounds a lot better on my phone, but like in person, I feel like I'm talking though. So, today's video is about, or today's live is about past, present, and future, and the godly and human consciousness. And it's a bunch of other stuff. So if you are new, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you stay tuned because I do try my best to come up here every day. And sorry if I do look the same. I'm in a predicament right now or in a situation right now where I don't have a lot. So I'm only working with what I got to deliver these messages. Spiritual warfare be extremely real. And the veil between the godly consciousness and the human consciousness, what it is that I am like viewing within my surrounding is you can tell who's operating on the past, present, and future. Sometimes it have to do with the land that you are on. It doesn't matter if you're in a different part of your state, but if there is constantly like people targeting you, family members, let's say, the odds are you are divinely chosen for a certain path, to be on a certain frequency. And as I'm realizing my subconscious, I could have manifested a better reality. So when you are operating on your godly consciousness, meaning you're operating from your inner child, your inner world, something that you are subconsciously visualizing to bring about within your reality. But there is a version outside of you that is known as like the Jesus consciousness, the rising of the Christ-like consciousness is what it is yourself from that version of that timeline is testing you of wondering if you have really truly ascended from your past. But there are demons in certain Christians that I am seeing and witnessing, and they have not fully ascended. They're I don't want to like I'm not talking shit about against any other religion. I'm open minded to a lot of the religion, so I respect it because I have the gift. And what it is that I am seeing, they're traveling in their past, not in their past, but in our past. They're they're so connected to our subconscious of form of control and manipulation. Not all Christians are like that. It's just the ones who are around me who wasn't saved before or just didn't follow the light like they supposed to naturally or just come into their higher power. They're not understanding their gift just yet. Because during my awakening, and I'm still in a consciousness level of awakening, it's not, oh, you awake and it's you're done. It's much more than that. So the more you are ascending and realizing your reality, you're gonna bring out a lot of envy, jealous people, especially if you're trying to get out of the matrix or trying to tap in into the matrix. There's a difference between in and on. When you're in, you are using your godly consciousness to manifest, create, and desire. Well, that's also part of your human like consciousness, wanting to desire to belong to your godly consciousness. And they can see this light on me. It doesn't matter how you dim yourself or like you operating on their level of consciousness or operating on their dimension. They're seeing a version of you that you have not fully transmute that energy to. The thing is, when your past is coming up into your present and you're constantly subconsciously thinking about the future, of course, there's going to be what they say trial and tribulations. And I'm trying to put this in, in content where you can understand. I'm just a programmer, I'm just the one who's planting the seed in you. It's up to you how you sprout, how you grow, how you acknowledge things in your reality. Not everything will be peaches and cream, and once you fully wake up, they're giving up their energy to something that is outside of them. They're not even questioning, where is my energy going? Who is harvesting? Literally, he is harvesting their energy for his own personal gain. But it's not a bad thing. Even our godly consciousness does this too. When when we are harnessing other people energy. So, but most are more powerful than some when using other people energy and harnessing it, because it takes a fertility god or goddess to grow something, to flourish, to prosper, if you want to call it that. The thing is that they don't know how to handle you in this new dimension. It is nothing that you are doing. It is nothing you are saying or how you are reacting. Because if you are reacting righteously, again, I'm just using terms for you that you can understand. Because if I say it in a different way, not many people can grasp the idea of how to use the light or how to operate in the light by being on and by being in the light. Because just like that, the light can turn on and the light can turn off. Think about it. When you are in society and you have like a 9 to 5 job, right? What is what is that job teaching you? How are you operating in that job? Sorry, there's a fan going on. Are you, is it the program that, is it the people who already knew the program teaching you about the program? Or is it when you learn the program, you are programming yourself subconsciously? So, how are you training yourself to learn a particular job in society? How are you attracting that job? Because, like, I gotta think about it. Like, I've been thinking about it for a while. Why am I working at Applebee's? If I want y'all to take a crack at it, like, I want y'all to use common sense, but not, and also imagination. What does the word Applebee's mean? Break down the word of Applebee's. You get the word apple, and you get the word bees, and you also get the word seed. So when you are awakened in your godly consciousness, you are already subconsciously telling the human conscious about its program. But the thing is, the human consciousness does not know how to be on. It does not know how to be in. It only operates of what it's seeing in its reality. It only knows how to operate. Oh, I want to be holy, or I want to be toxic, or I want to be good, or I want to be bad. It only knows those duality parts of itself. But your godly consciousness knows way more than your human consciousness. Your godly consciousness is associated to the inner world of you, the inner child, the vision, and the gift of you. When you're turning on, you're actually going in that godly consciousness. And when you're turning on, you're actually being truthful for once about yourself. You're actually not lying to your human conscious about what it is that you desire. Sometimes we have to separate ego, spirit, and soul. It can all mean the same thing, but it's all in a different body. It's all in a different spirit within one body, which is you. When you are in the ego of spirit, it can get a little complicated. Ego of spirit have not learned the levels of dimension of your godly consciousness. And when sometimes you're just like triggering other people who have not had salvation yet, and it's looking for salvation, and you might not know what salvation looks like. I'm here to help you, to show you what salvation looks like. The best way I can put it from my knowledge of my awareness of my surrounding, what salvation is when you no longer complain. You're just in the now. You're just in your knowing. You're just in the present. Um, like you can have the most shittiest life. Like everything could go wrong. People are constantly bullying you left and right, calling the cops on you. But you find the good and the light of everything. They have not found that true light like we have. Yes, thank you for correcting me. That's what salvation really means. And what it is, the reason why they have not find it, they're trying to find it through you because they can see that light. I can see the light through the screen. You don't have to tell me what you look like in the flesh. I just have the gift of seeing the light. And I also have the gift of seeing shadow, darkness, chaos. So when we are on, we're actually being in. And we tend to bring out a lot of entities and deities surrounded by our consciousness, what we created within the mind. The thing is, we did this during trauma. Sorry, the fan. Let me know if you can still hear me. We did this during trauma. I'm gonna be honest, when I was like going through it, I was never sober during like these experiences. Now that I'm seeing a big difference of actually having like a clear-minded, and you can judge me if you want. I care, but I really, it doesn't bother me. So really at the end of the day, you're helping me to learn more about myself that I didn't see before. So what it is like, I lost train of thought. Literally, my train went like, that's them programming. Yeah, but I'll get that. I'll talk about that another time about how the train of thought. I might say a little bit here, but they're trying to found they're trying to like close my throat chakra, and I'm like, bitch, no. Okay, so what it is, they are trying to find salvation through you, the light through you. And like I said before, you can be subconsciously replaced from birth, meaning you had a program before you got to the body that you had manifested before. Everybody came to earth or came to this dimension through dream, through vision. Nothing that you are experiencing is a coincidence or coincidence, I like to say. Literally, coincidence. Just have an open mind of how I'm saying these words. So, not only your manifestation, your contract that you build for yourself before you got to this dimension, you have to fulfill your prophecy. In the Bible, you can find your prophecy. You can find all sorts of information. It's not about controlling one's heart space or their mind. I mean, in a way it is, but not in a way that they are using it against, sorry, against themselves or us. Because like when we go through stuff, like have you ever wondered why we go through stuff? I be like, sometimes I notice I'm living in the subconscious of one of my ancestors or a living person who's already here, and I'm experiencing what they are experiencing in their past that became my present moment at that time. The thing about time is there's always a cause and effect. on certain things. You have the ability to control the Saturn version of you by tapping into Saturn, by tapping into that the entities and deities of Saturn, father of time, mother of time. Well, the father places the seed inside of the woman's womb. The woman is just the egg. Well, she's just the oven or egg. But the thing is, they try to tell you you don't come from a mother. You also come from your mother, and you also come from your father. So when you're experiencing trauma, you're really traveling into somebody's past, present, and future. You're knowing how they have ascended. You're knowing how they have operated during those times. So there are going to be other people who wish to have the level of knowledge or wisdom that you have, that they couldn't survive, and you you have to be one powerful God, one powerful consciousness to get away from certain things that they couldn't get away. And it makes me appreciate love the little things, and appreciate love darkness and my light and theirs. But your darkness, your true essence of darkness came from their level of abusement. But when it's like they need to let it go, they don't want you to wake up. They don't want you to get out of the matrix or get in the matrix. They want to use you to charge up the matrix, to keep the system going, to keep the cycle going. Like when you're in a new area, a new environment, when you came from a toxic environment and you're in more of a more pure light fakeness, literally like a light fakeness society or part of a different area, you can tell the difference within your mind of who's in the past, present, and future, who's using their godly consciousness or their human consciousness. And don't get me wrong, when I go into a room, finally it stopped. When I go into a room and I feel the essence of love, it's the building is subconsciously programming you how to feel a certain energy, how to shift a certain energy. They have certain entities or deities inside of those buildings that are controlling or helping being on and in the matrix of themselves. But it's like it's you attracting certain things out of your program that you already was already programmed to. And when you are operating in the program of what you created, what you designed yourself to be, of course, there are going to be other entities, other deities right along in those portals that you are opening, doorways, gateways. How you can really control that part of your reality? By not reacting, by not getting so out of character, by what it is, what's happening with America. People are so more logical than sensitive. It's too divided. One side is operating on logic and reason, and one side is operating on emotion. Who is getting to their timeline faster? Is it the people who are using logic more, or is it the people who are using emotion more? So now they're triggering us to have a duality mindset, and they don't know how to control the beast system within us. It's funny because they created us out of that experience. And it's like when you try to show them a different light of you and you're seeing a different light of them, if they can't see it or become it or feel it, it's only two-way out. You either on or you either in. Or you either off, offset, off, off the set. It's like a movie. You're the director of your movie. They're just characters that you had built when you was in your womb. I mean, not in your womb. Sorry, that sounded weird. When you were in the mother womb, you was really already creating the movie. You was going to create. You already created how you was going to be in this present moment, how you're going to react to certain situation, how you're going to ascend or descend from certain situation. You're pulling on your direction, your frequency on the cross. It's stop crucifying yourself. Don't act unearthly. Be earthly. Be on earth and be in earth. And be also outside of earth. Because our ancestors, they didn't have television. I'm talking about the ones who went hunting and gathering food and all that type of stuff, not the ancestors from these type of generation that passed on. I'm talking about the ones who went outside to go study the stars and figure out what's a time, what's a date, because America is operating on these psychologic logic psycho logic um, frequency. You and me, we didn't. We traveled by what we was experiencing already in the mind, what we already dreamt of, what we already desired. So it's really you trying to outsmart yourself in the matrix, not the people in the matrix. Because there are people who have not waken up yet. They're still operating on an NPC type of level. NPC is just another form of saying they're a narcissist or something like that. The shoe fits. And there are people who are non-programmed characters and non-programmers. It's two different things, two different concepts. When you're operating on the program, meaning you are on it, you are telling yourself, I got it. I am in that frequency. When you are in the program, you are submitting to what they program you to be already. See, the thing is, they know that you're a God. They just don't know what to do with you. They're scared they're terrified. So of course they're gonna be hiding behind Sky Daddy. I can say that. He's my father. So yeah, I'm his reincarnation daughter. So I just been hiding for a long time. There's a reason why I was hidden for a long time. I'm many gods within gods. And then other gods gave me other gifts from them. That's like why. That's a lot on me. I'm supposed to be the understanding, the one that's able to travel different dimensions and different generations, helping other generations break their own cycle of generational curse. I don't know why I signed up for the job. I guess I asked Sky Daddy I need a promotion because walking around being an earth angel or archangel isn't really enough because I can't really use my gift the way I want to. I do, but then I don't at the same time. And when I do use my gift, they demonize me. They criticize me. They tell me I have a victim like mindset when I'm just an honest, open person about my life, about my reality. So be careful of how you share your information to them. And it's it's crazy because they don't know how to handle it. Like I sit here, I read the Bible, but I don't take it I don't take it literally. I take it literally because it's about our life. What we have traveled in that time, in that particular frame. But I'm just wondering like why the government is lying on certain things about our past, certain things about our reality in this Bible, because there's so many prophecies that is coming up, and I still read like poems, like saying them affirmation of poems, or like kind of like using it against them to protect my life from their demons, or vice versa, trying to get out and in. But man, spiritual warfare is like real. It's funny, but it's not funny. I can't help but like laugh a little bit now as I'm realizing certain shit is because of what I manifested, what I was thinking of during before my awakening and after my awakening. And it's like, why am I scared of my own power, of my own gift? I just have to pass these tribulations. Pass them, nigga. Like, duh. Sometimes you just have to like slow down your thinking and stuff. But I realize I'm so close to my future. I really need your help to get me there a little bit faster, safely. I'm just trying to protect the body before I get there, and also the mind before I get there. I have like a lot of cleansing to do because most of the things that I went through was not my fault. And I could say the same to you. We just didn't know any better. Now we know better, we can do better. But if they don't want to see us in a different light, We just have to accept that that's them in that dimension. They're dealing with demons in that dimension. So they don't know how to control us. Like they want to use age and time against us because they're trying to curse us. So, because I accidentally did it yesterday by limiting my age, I said, "Oh, I'm 29 years old. We're too old to be doing this shit again. We're too old to be this and that, the third." I should have said, now that I'm thinking about it, I should have said, I am 29 wise. I'm 29, yeah, 29 wise for this shit. I don't operate on that frequency no more. I don't operate on that level of consciousness anymore. I'm not the same consciousness that you saw me once before. And if you can't see me in a different light, how are you gonna able to see Sky Daddy? How? How are you able to listen to Sky Daddy? And I said, well, there's a double consciousness that you are listening to, which is the ego. If they're, especially when they're using, I feel you're scared of your own power because people have tried to strip you out of it and deprive you out of what has made you as a person. Yes, that's why I'm shaking a lot, or it's hard for me to really spit out the message because anything I actually say in reality reflects back to me. And I'm very aware of my consciousness. Like, I don't think negative. I'm more positive than what I'm putting on. Literally, what I'm putting on me. Not, now I gotta put something that's in me, but every time I am in, they turn on. So I have to turn off. And it's hard to operate in the program that I already made myself for. So I have to try to work around their program. It's it's all about the form of control and limiting someone's ability, limiting somebody's freedom. If you think about it, we never had a true home. We never had true family. Our families are NPCs while we are the programmer in their program. And then they're trying to shift our program. Oh my god. I somebody save me, like for real. Like come get me. Like open all timelines, open all possibilities to my future. I'm willing to get out safely, but not in an unholy or a non-righteousness way. Is I really want to get out, or I really want to get in, because if I get in, best believe I have ideas for us to be safe. That way we can use our gifts, use our knowledge and wisdom. We don't have to fear in ourselves or them because like I asked for 20%. Like, okay, give me 20% to carry on my shoulder, and then I don't know. I hate when a channel I start to like get very emotional. Give me a minute. God. Literally. God. Alright. You have to understand, I'm a very emotional creature, so it's weird for me. Oh my god. It's just like little things that I am noticing. It's fucking stupid. So we're trying to create a city or create a place for us to be safe, to not be mistreated. I hate when I'm in my higher self. Like, I don't hate. It's just I hate. I don't hate. I I kind of want to disbelieve of my emotion and neglect them, but I can't. So it's like I'm telling my ego and my spirit just to like stop bickering within my mind. Like, we're good. We're good. We're good. Like, I'm not looking for sympathy or any of that shit. It's just I have a hard time channeling sometimes. And then when I do channel, it's overwhelming. It's just all out there. Because, like, I'm not feeling just my emotions, I'm feeling other people, other spirits, my ancestors, their ancestors, other gods and goddesses, other deities, entities. And I'm experiencing, like, their trauma. Everybody. Even the human trauma, like, even the human level of trauma. It's. Thank you, I appreciate it. And I'll do the same for you as well. It's a lot. Because I can feel almost everything. It's like the movie Lucy. If you can see my consciousness as Lucy, then that's who they turn me into, or I turn myself into. I just decided to be on and in the embodiment of consciousness of Lucy. And I'm like, I can feel everything. In the part of the movie, she's on the phone with her mom. She's like, I can feel everything. I can remember the taste of your breast milk. I can remember the 1,000 kisses that you put on my face. And it's like, what happened to time? What happened to reality? It's crazy. Appreciate it though. Oh my god. I can just like, I feel everything. And I can't control what it is that I'm truly feeling. Oh shit. And then coming out of like a toxic environment Let me just call. Oh God. Like, we're gonna get better. It's okay. Yes, and I can say the same. Hello, welcome on in. Make sure you hit the like button. I much appreciate it. I'm just, I'm trying to let y'all know that y'all are not alone. And it's not, you're not crazy for what you are experiencing in reality. They're not crazy either. It's just, I feel bad. There's only so much I can do at this meantime until I'm able to be away. So I need a lot of consciousness to help me get to my future so I can help others as well. Because I feel like what it is, I don't know if it's truly enough or if people even get it or understand it. I can't keep like condemning myself. I really can't. And so you can't either. Sorry, that's so gross. And like we need to just stay true to who we are in all types of light and just learn from my darkness. Sorry. I don't know, they're trying to mess up the frequency already. Are you done? Okay. It's a war. It's a war out there. Just be prepared. But yeah. Y'all have any questions before I leave? I can give it like a few minutes because I do got things to do. And I work. I got one more day till I go back to work. But yeah. If you have any questions, just feel free to write it in the comments even after. If you want to message me, I do have a phone number. Feel free, especially if you want a one-on-one conversation. Hold up. I do not know my number. It's 470-938-1505. Again, 470-938-1505. And just know that you're not alone. And we're almost there to a future. Don't worry. We are almost there. There's a reason why I'm showing you. So I can see it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is your life like a content DMT experience? Yes. Yes, my guy. Yes, DJ. It is like that. And it's so many levels of it that I don't know how to fully, I don't know how to explain. It's so hard to explain. You just have to experience that. And yeah. Fuck. I hate when I do that shit. I hate when I just like my emotion starts to get all out because I hide it and I suck it in like a black hole. What it is, I imagine myself in a sunken place, literally like the movie Get Out. Not at the moment because I kind of shut it off. But you seem more calm. just based off how I'm reading your comments. And yeah, but yeah, it's like shit. It's too much. It can be very overwhelming if you can't take control of your emotion. Cause I'm constantly getting triggered a lot. Like one moment I'm too sensitive. Next moment I'm not logic enough. Then I try to be logic and sensitive at the same time. It's just they're not being more sensitive or more understanding. And then they're wondering why I have a duality consciousness or why I'm serving two masters instead of my own. The devil consciousness and the godly consciousness. I'm being honest. I do. I can operate with the devil consciousness. You can call him Lucifer, whatever, Samuel, whatever. He has so many different avatars of within themselves. And what it is, like he comes around, or not him, let's separate him from his other avatar known as Satan or Baphomet. What it is, when you are on your light, when you are in your Luciferian consciousness and also operating out of the heavenly consciousness, you're bringing out frequencies, different dimensions of other people who have not ascended or come to a conclusion that they are also in a duality like consciousness themselves. It's like they're trying to stay holy, trying to stay profound, hiding behind God, hiding behind Sky Daddy. And the best way to actually come into the light, into your Luciferian consciousness, but not using it in an evil way. Light isn't evil. Why is it that we are demonizing things that we don't know? Is it because of the name or the energy that the entity or deity is carrying? And we sometimes have to take accountability as well, for we also used to do that too, demonize our own self. So now that, because they're starting to know our weaknesses and everything and using it against us. I'm just sober for this shit. Sometimes I wish I was my old self, but I'm actually kind of glad I'm in this form of light. Because now I used to use that as training wheels to like keep me going. But now I realize I don't need it. My human consciousness is 10 times powerful. So is my godly consciousness. But I have to keep reminding myself, like, it's okay. It is alright. It will be okay. But, yeah, I have been double consciousness because I gained my power from it. Yeah, if you're gonna gain your power from it, just don't consume it. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it eat you up alive. There is a difference of using it, being on and in of that double-like consciousness. Because once you're in it, you gotta be on it. You gotta turn on that light, on that frequency all the time. Because you're just gonna constantly track things that you have no idea what's on the other side. The other side is no fucking joke. And it's crazy. And they don't even fucking know. They don't fucking know. Because during my near-death experience, I saw like the lights. I was in between the tunnel, and there's like other beings outside of those pathways. When I had entered into the light, that's why they're trying to tell you don't go into the light. They're trying to fear you into not becoming your higher self. What do you know about the spiritual mission of autism people? I have ADHD. Oh, there's a lot. I want to create a book about it. Like, I don't have autism people around me, but when I do come around them, I'm noticing the type of spirit that are within them, and I feel bad for them too as well. Not as in like feeling sorry, but it's just that sometimes we have to think a little deeper. Why are they having autism? Is because of their environment, the people around them, causing a lot of trauma, a lot of pain to them. And I feel like I have a little bit autism, but I have not been fully diagnosed. I might go get diagnosed because I'm noticing like little things here and there. And what it is just a lot of entities are in them. A lot of spirits are in them, and they don't know. They can't because they've been silenced. And they was trying to do that to me by silencing me. Like, I was locked up in my room for a very long time, and I couldn't go out. I couldn't have friends over. I could barely talk on the phone. I could barely go out of my room just to like take a shower or just eat properly. And I was noticing little things that they was doing, trying to make me have a mental illness, which I'm not mental, I'm spiritual. There's a difference. And a lot of y'all are not mental. Y'all are very spiritual. There's you gotta know the difference between the two. They wanna say you are mental because they don't know how to operate or control you in that dimension. So be careful how you use your gift, how you use your knowledge and wisdom. Apply the knowledge and wisdom. Learn the knowledge and apply the wisdom. But yeah. So I'm gonna say this last thing for about my near death. When I was in the when I was having my near death experience, I had it multiple times, but this one in particular, it was right around before COVID. So when I said I was in the light, I there was beings around me, surrounded around me. One side was entity, the other side was like ancestors and stuff. Not entities, I meant like deities and other unearthly things on the other side. And on the other side, it was like my ancestors, I guess earth angels or whatever the fuck. They were like angels and stuff on the other side. I was walking on a strip line and we was in complete darkness. I didn't see the light until um, I started to hear their voice. Until one of them came forward. They, I remember I was lying on the ground, hopelessness. I was feeling hopelessness, and when I was feeling that feeling, an ancestor or archangel, whoever, they came up to me. They hold their hand out. They do not look like us. Remind you, they do not look like us. They are in form of protons, form of light. Literally like the light, like if you know electricity or like when you see a storm, they look just like the storm of light. I wasn't sure if it was a he or she, but I remember hearing a male voice. They grabbed my hand, they took my hand, they held my hand. I remember feeling the light of them. It felt like unconditional love. Like I felt safe there. And I kind of want to go back there because it's, I feel like it's way better in that time than here. I don't mean to speak ill of death or speak ill will of myself. It's just reality is a lot better when you like close your eyes. But I'm not trying to provoke. Return it back to source. I always tell myself when I do that, say return it back to source, or if you, or say return it back to sender, because I know it's just them wanting me to go back into that state or into that realm. When this light grabbed my hand, he told me to come with me. I'll guide you to your future. I will help you get there safely. And I remember we traveled through a light. And then when we got through the other side of the light, it was another world. And I was traveling through realms and realms. Before, when I was astral projecting, I was able to go to different dimensions. I didn't know at the time what these dimensions was or how to like name them because then nobody had the blueprint at that time either. And I remember one time I experienced hell. How I got there, it was by accident because I was trying to like escape from this reality. I ended up in a graveyard, like inside of a casket, inside of a person's casket. Like when I astral project, my nose actually hit the body of the dead deceased body, and I was freaking out. I was stuck there for like hours in that casket trying to get out, but then I end up figuring out how to get out of that box. I had to go through that deceased consciousness by entering in their mind, and that was kind of scary. And I actually experienced what they was experiencing in their reality. And I ended up underneath Earth. Earth has like a crystal it's cold there. Like it's cold and it's crystal like, and it's very powerful. It's very magnificent, really. You had to make me say magnificent. uh, these words, man. Okay, so after that, I figure out how to enter purgatory or hell, but it really wasn't under Earth. It was on a planet of Saturn. I didn't know it was on Saturn at that time. I was on it, and then I was in it, and became some of the entities and deities on that planet. But let's just say it was hell. Let's just say Earth has level of dimensions. Let's just say that. So when I was in hell, I saw a form of myself. You can say she's Persephone, whatever the fuck her name is. But I remember um, seeing myself in that meditated state, in that true essence of chaos and darkness. And it was hard for her to move. The only thing she could have done was just move her eyes and speak. She was talking to me, communicating to me telepathically, and she was guiding me out of the matrix and telling me what's going to happen in my reality. So I was able to be 2 steps ahead and 2 steps back between past, present, and future, unlocking my godly consciousness without doing the most mundane things to get it. But something happened within my timeline where I ended up experiencing some of the things she had predicted. And I was like, oh. But she said it was all for a reason for me to gain knowledge and ability. So I'm gonna explain more of what I saw too. Because like there was a moment of time where me and this light being, when we was experience other dimension, we ended up at a round table. But how we got there through like the carnival, like you see the horses, and yeah, we're like on that ride, and we was traveling through there, and he told me how to turn it on with the power of my mind to travel. And then we ended up in a room that looks like Atlantis. We was underwater, and there was a round table, and then we was in our godly body, our godly avatar, and that's where we held meetings and stuff, and like, but I can't say certain stuff. I can just give you a prediction or a picture of what we do. Um, so yeah, but yeah, that's it. I might say that on part two. Am I on or am I off? I don't know. Do you think I'm on or do you think I'm on? I just want to know. Sorry for my crusty lips. Oh well. I just be waking up and not taking care of myself. So we don't have free will? No, you do have free will. They don't want you to have free will, so they're trying to take it. There's a difference. Tell yourself, this is my will. This is my reality. But yeah, my head hurts. Oh fuck. But I'm gonna catch y'all next time on the next live. Save me. Oh my god. But much love and light.